Hello and welcome again to Silver Gold TV, your one place for all silver and gold related news. Hey guys, I know you've been keeping up with this. I know you guys love to invest and you love to do all the good stuff. Well, before we get to the cool video where I want to talk about cryptocurrencies today, silver, cryptocurrencies, gold, and also I got some collectibles I want to show off because I finally got my hands on them and they look kind of cool. Also, the importance of prepping. This video is going to cover a lot of things. It's going to cover how to protect your finances, what to expect to make an investment in that will grow substantially, and also prepping because you never know what's going to hit the fan next, especially in this world that we live in now. Before we get to that, remember to check out my sponsor at ACUARIOUSPLATA.com. They are great. They're also local. Remember, they're local to San Bernardino, California. They you could go check them out in person. They told me that they not only sell to the public, but they're also a wholesaler. So if you are interested in buying jewelry to resell it, they are the person to talk to. If you're trying to get make your own coins or bullion, they're also the person to talk to. They'll probably give you a best deal. So it covers across the spectrum. They could do silver jewelry at $9.25. They could also do purity of 0.99 or 0.9999. They could do it all. So I mean, they're the one place to go to when it comes to silver jewelry, silver bullion. If you want to invest in the wholesale capacity to resell. Just make sure if you want to look into that, pretty sure they require a seller's license or something like that. I'm not too sure. You get in touch with them through their email as well as ACUARIOUSPLATA@gmail.com for any inquiries on that subject. With that said, guys, have you seen Dogecoin? DOGE yeah, the troll coin. It's finally exploding again. It's been since yesterday. Actually, it's been going up. It's up 400%. What can we say, man? I mean, cryptocurrencies have always been throwing us curveballs. When we least expect it, it's when it goes up. I mean, I bought some of it myself back in the day at 0.0045. Fortunately, it fell to like 0.002 something, and then even less than that. So I didn't buy into it. Unfortunately, I don't hold any of it right now, unfortunately. But if you do, I bet you're happy. You're doing great because it's up like 400%. I don't think anything besides cryptocurrencies nowadays can give you that kind of return. So imagine if silver gave us a 400% return on our money within hours. Like literally, it's within hours. Like it wasn't even a day. So it's like between like 12 hours, and your $20-$30 silver coin is now worth, golly, a lot more. That would be amazing, wouldn't it? That's what I want to get to next. This is why people that come to this channel, people that know what silver and gold is, this is why we buy silver and gold as the physical. This is why. Well, this is a collectible, obviously. I also have the American Silver Eagles and all that other stuff. This is a little bit higher premium. When I bought this, guys, I'm sure if you've been to my channel, you've seen this before. I bought this back in the day when it was available. It was available in this bank in Mexico. I'll have you know that I visited this bank recently and they told me they no longer issue these coins. So this coin is, not only does it say in here that they only printed 10,000, I believe, right here, emission was less than 10,000 right there. So basically, there's no more of these. So I couldn't get more of these if I wanted to. So that's pretty awesome. That's a cool collectible I have right now. It's also that's also more on the higher premium, obviously, but it's a great coin to have, and I have a couple of different states, and they no longer make them at all, so that's pretty cool. Guys, I want to get to prepping. Prepping, guys. I want you to know that you have to be a prepper if you believe in silver and gold. I want you to know that you have to be very cautious when it comes to cryptocurrency, because cryptocurrency is seeing a mass adoption worldwide, which means that this is why it has exponential growth right now. I mean, the growth that it has right now is pretty bizarre. I don't think we've seen anything like this in a very long time when it comes to any investing opportunities. I mean, housing doesn't do that. Imagine if you bought a house at 200,000 or 300,000, which is about average, and you got 400% return on your money. That's 4 times your money within a day. That is like virtually impossible unless we hit hyperinflation, in which case it's very possible. But it is what it is. I know if you see my videos, I know you know what I'm about, but I gotta show you. See? I got some supplies there. I also have canned goods. I have a storage of a lot of different supplies. I always ready. When everybody had no idea what to do, when the pandemic hit and when people started rushing to buy things at the stores, I was ready. I keep up with things. I try to keep people informed. Sometimes I don't have time because I'm trying to do things for myself. Gerald Celente, great guy to listen to. Robert Kiyosaki, another great guy to listen to. And there are many, many more. But right now, Gerald Celente comes into mind because he says you need the 3 Gs. The 3 Gs, which are gold. And he did say himself, when he says gold, he means precious metals. So gold, guns, and a getaway plan. So I've been working on all that, like I know you see my videos, so you know I have self-defense weapons registered. It's all good. It's all legal. I have prepping supplies, gold or the physical assets, and the getaway plan. More and more people are talking about the getaway plan. The getaway plan, there's a problem with this. See, a lot of people think things are fine and dandy when reality is not. There's a lot of people that are losing out here. There's a lot of people that are not doing good. There's a lot of people that are unfortunately doing really, really, really bad. And those people, if you see the beginning and the end of an empire, there's always big red flags. It starts, gets really good, prosperity, recession, bunch of circles when it comes to that, and then eventually it comes to an end. This happened to the Europe, and that was a global superpower in a physical sense, not just a trading sense, because it literally had it was the country known for the flag that never slept. They called it the flag that never slept because no matter what part of the world you were in, there was another part of the world that the flag of the UK was during the day, because they had colonies all over the world. If a global superpower like that could fail, before that we had the Roman Empire, the Greeks, and every superpower we've ever had in this world goes through cycles. And more people are saying that we are at the end of the cycles. Unfortunately, we're at the part of the cycles in the world that basically we have people that make great wealth, and we have people that are losing out. And these people are always a majority. And when these people wake up, usually, historically, globally, it's by force that these people take what these people unjustly took from them. There's always been a guy to blame. Don't be the guy to blame. This is why a lot of the silver channels out there, we don't show our face. I'm sure if someone wanted to really hard, you could find us. It's not impossible. But that's usually the case because we know what silver is worth. We know the true value of it, and we know it could protect ourselves, our family, but it also needs us to protect it from others. That's how the world works. Before we get more serious, let me show you another collectible that I managed to get my hands on. It's a commemorative bill. You can see it. Commemorative banknote. This is genuine legal tender. It's from the United States of America. I'm sure you've all heard of Space Force, right? Check this out. That is a Space Force $2 bill. Isn't that amazing? It's a really cool. It's an actual bill. It's in here. I don't take it out for obvious reasons, collector issues. And I also have the Space Force coin. I have not taken out of its package. Let's see if you can see it. It's gonna be hard to see without bringing it out of the package. There you go. And that's another thing. I show you that for many reasons. One, it's the number one reason why we are polarized. Two, it's the number two reason that we are gonna go at it, left, right, top, down, doesn't matter what you believe in, people are gonna go at it. Three, there will always be someone to blame. Again, do not be the person that gets blamed for this, because the masses will come after you. Unfortunately, that's what historically happens. So we are at very plausible end of our United States empire. We are an economic empire that's grown and outlived its growth. We put the world on a fiat currency. We put the world under a fiat currency. A fiat currency means that there is nothing backing the power of the acquisition power of the bill of the United States except faith in the United States. And I don't know about you, but there's a lot of people out there that are no longer both internally and externally to this country that are rallying up to change the global reserve currency, which is the number one reason we have not seen worse times. And internally, our geopolitics. I don't know if you know, but there's a guy out there that lost an election, allegedly lost an election. I don't know if that even makes sense to you. He is fighting to prevent him from losing this election. Look at it this way: whether he manages to overturn that election or does not manage to overturn that election, there's going to be two people, both on the right and on the left, that are going to be looking at each other. If Trump wins, the left is going to be really mad. And if Trump doesn't win, the right's going to be really mad. Do you see a potential problem with this? That's basically where we're at. That's why you need guns, gold, and a getaway plan, guys. You need guns to protect you and your loved ones. Physical protection. Gold to protect your acquisition power, because gold and silver will be taken in by anybody and any means of trade, no matter where you are in the world. You as an American do not know how much silver and gold is worth to other people. Look at Venezuela. They've gone through 3 different currency crises that went to hyperinflation because of the policies that we are now implementing, which is MMT, modern monetary theory, which basically means we could print money until forever and there'll be never a problem. That's what America is doing now. America is doing exactly what countries have done. They've ended up in hyperinflation and completely destroyed. In Venezuela now, 1 ounce of silver in a silver round, 1 ounce, just one, could buy food for a family of 4 for 1 month. Think about that for a second. And it makes sense, because one ounce of silver right now in America costs around $30, if depending on where you buy it, blah blah blah. And $1 in Venezuela currency right now is thousands in their bolivars or new bolivars or new bolivars or whatever fiat currency they created. And that buys food. The naysayers will say, why wouldn't it be easier or safer for me just to have dollars instead of the silver coin? Well, to that I have to answer you. I bet the Venezuelan people thought the same thing. Why would I need a chunk of metal that nobody wants? Ooh. Over my currency. And then their currency went to the trash, and they couldn't have enough currency to buy silver if they wanted to. But the silver will always be worth money in someone else's hands. Does that make sense? I mean, I know it sounds a little bit complicated and doom and gloomy, but the solution is there. For me and for a lot of other people that have studied history, a lot of other people that study economics, a lot of geopolitical people that are actually willing to tell you the truth, and a lot of well-educated people that have gone across the board to try to investigate, learn from them, study, and learn myself what to do. A lot of these people are saying the same thing now in different ways. The geopolitical person is saying it in one way, the globalist is saying it in a different way, but saying the same thing. Nationalists are saying it a different way, but they're all saying the same thing. And unfortunately, we're looking at bad times. 2021, unfortunately, does not look like a prosperous year like we all hope, because we still haven't fixed any of our problems, and our problems have only gotten bigger. We made a deficit like twice as big. That's 3 times bigger, and that's every year. So next year it would have to be this size plus the interest and plus the interest and plus the interest until it's unsustainable. It's unsustainable. It's just unsustainable. So when they come at me with cryptocurrencies, and now the federal government wants to implement a cryptocurrency of their own called the Fed coin, that's when I start thinking, is Bitcoin really the answer? Or is Bitcoin only a stepping stone for people to get their money into it, the government, to implement it, and then you're once again serving the same people? Think about it. I mean, that's the thought of the day for me. If I'm wrong, if you think I'm wrong, let me know in the comments. But for me, it's the 3 G's. Gold, guns, and a getaway plan. Once you figure those 3 things out, you're good. Because you don't want to be stuck. Look into Gerald Celente. In the 2008 financial crisis, he had a lot of money in the stock market. He has spoken about this. The stockbrokers, his financial, his banks, everywhere he wanted to get his money out, his money, your money in your bank, he could not go to the bank and get his wealth back because they simply closed the doors. They simply shut down the market. So do you really want to be stuck when they shut it down? A lot of people say cryptocurrencies can be shut down, but is it really outside of the spectrum of thought? Is it really that far out of your comprehensive reality? Is it too far out of your square to believe that they may just decide to take down a grid? I hate to say it, guys, but for me, I've seen it all, and it's not impossible. Again, hate to end on a doom and gloomy type of video, guys, but unfortunately, that's the world we live in. And if I try to sugarcoat it, I'll be doing you a disfavor. I'll be doing me a disfavor. And trust me, it's not easy to investigate these things and bring them to you. Trust me, it's not easy to try to do something productive. When you have to do something productive, you have to tell the truth. And the truth is hard. It's a hard pill to swallow. And if you're not ready to swallow the harsh pill of reality, then, you know, unfortunately, I can't do nothing about that. You might as well not watch my video. Give me a dislike. I mean, it's all good, man. But I'm here doing what I can do for myself, my self-consciousness, so that I don't feel guilty that I did not try. You never know, man. Keep it real, guys. Again, subscribe, give me a like, share the video, give me a shout out, write in the comments. I know a lot of people have very strong feelings about cryptocurrencies, but for me, that's my point of view. I may be wrong, but let me know. Convince me otherwise. If I'm wrong, come at me, but convince me otherwise. Don't just hate and not tell me where I'm wrong. Tell me where I'm wrong. Open our mind. Open my mind. Open your mind. We might figure this out together. We need to find a solution out of this disaster, because the only thing for certain is that this disaster is coming. Thank you.